So let's face it, after you turn 40, it seems like whatever income you're at is basically as good as it gets, but we need to change that narrative because it's simply not true. That fear alone keeps so many people from actually retiring in the first place. But the reality is, I have built, and lots of other folks have built, at least 5 new streams of income after turning 40 that actually provide me with a very nice income when you kind of combine them all together. Now, this isn't about bragging or showing off or anything else like that, but instead to show you that it is possible to start after you turn 40, 50, or even 60 years old and beyond, and in just a short period of time have several streams of income coming in just like this. And remember, this can be just simply to augment your retirement, right? But it is possible to not only replace your income, but absolutely destroy what your income used to be. And yes, I know folks that have done exactly this, and they actually have more coming in than what we're going to discuss today. So anything is possible. So make sure you hit that like button and let's get started. Now, to be upfront and to kind of set the table for you guys, I'm not counting any streams of income that I had prior to turning 40. These are only the ones that I've started since turning 40, and I'm not including anything or putting anything in here that has anything to do with anything I did prior to this. So yeah, I'm not using my investment income that I've been building for the past 25 plus years to somehow augment this income here, or using other businesses or anything else that I've done in the past in order to kind of give me a little bit of a head start here. I am simply including the ones that have been done strictly since I turned 40. So the first one is consulting. Now, I'm not counting any of the consulting income that I have with some of the businesses that I built over the past 20 years. So I'm not talking about those for those of you guys that know about that. But I have done some of these things on the side here that provide a very, very nice income. But more importantly for you guys out there, this is one of the best parts about being over 40 is that you've gained a level of expertise in your field that only comes with time. Plus, you've had the time to have kind of basically networked across your entire industry to have access to people who know of your expertise and more importantly, who are decision makers that can in turn pay you in order to consult on their business. So now basically it's time to turn your knowledge into a business. And even if you don't want to go full on into consulting, or you want to kind of dive into more of a passion, then consider coaching as well. That can be just as lucrative. Actually, both can be very lucrative depending upon your area and level of expertise. There are so many different models out there for monetizing this, so do some studying, and there may be some licensing and some other things that are involved, especially if you're going after the big money. But even just a simple coaching business can net you $50 to $100 an hour, which if I had to guess is more money than most people make per hour. Now, of course, you won't have to work 40 hours of solid work per week unless you want to, but even if it's just a few hours on a Saturday, it can make a big difference when combined with all the other strategies that we're going to talk about today. So number 2 is real estate. Now, I've owned properties and I've been building up a property portfolio for over 20 years now, but I'm not talking about the ones that I've owned forever or anything else involved in that. Now, yes, I'm pulling my knowledge forward, so I have to be upfront about that, but I'm not counting any of that money or any of the cash flow generation from any of those other properties. I'm talking about investments from scratch using the house hack method only since I turned 40. Now in that time frame, I've house hacked a total of 4 times and those properties now produce cash flow. So when you're accounting for the CapEx, after all those things are paid, it's about $3,000 per month. Now the other massive benefit that I'm going to mention right now is I also get to live in my current home for free as well. So that is another benefit because the tenants in the other parts of the house hack pay the mortgage on that property too. So basically I'm getting paid money to live in my current property. But the kind of secret that they don't really let you onto, and kind of one of the beauties of house hacking, is that you can house hack every year if you want and grow your portfolio very, very quickly in regards to real estate. And basically having 5 properties in 5 years not only gives you massive tax benefits, but will also put money in your pocket, and if done right, also allow you to live for free. You talk about flipping your financial situation from unsure to thousands of dollars in your pocket and living for free. Man, that is something that can take you from never being able to retire to being able to retire as quick as, just in a few years. And we show you step by step how to do that in the Blacklist Financial Freedom Program. That's the pinned comment down there for those that want to achieve financial freedom as fast as possible. And you want basically the step-by-step method for doing it from zero to hero. So the third stream of income is right here on YouTube. Now, my other channel, Stealth Wealth Investing, is my big channel with over 130,000 subs. We'll get there one day on this channel, possibly. So make sure you're subscribed and have the bell on. But that investing channel is monetized and makes an income. Now, keep in mind, I'm not one of the big guys making millions of dollars off of YouTube, but it does make me around $4,000 a month, which isn't bad either for a side gig that I started 5 years ago, basically on a wild bet with one of my employees. That was basically all that it was. That seems hard at first, and when you get into YouTube, it's alien in a lot of ways. It just seems really, really hard. But understanding what YouTube is and isn't goes a long way. So don't expect money in the first year, but with consistency and continuing to get better, turning it into an income generator is completely possible, and you actually have a chance to be the next big thing. It's not like that's impossible. You're just basically one video away from that happening. And guys, I'm going to be upfront. Stop with the I'm too old bit. There are 70-year-olds with successful YouTube channels, so there is absolutely no excuse. As a matter of fact, if you're older, there's actually a giant gap in content creators in that age because of the attitude keeping many great creators from even trying and even tapping into that audience that absolutely wants to hear what they have to say. But more importantly, YouTube has led to other business opportunities, which we'll talk about next. So the fourth income stream is affiliate marketing. Now, admittedly, this one doesn't make me a lot of money at all. I honestly have no clue that's how little money it actually makes. But I also haven't focused on it either. So that is something I personally need to do better at that I just haven't done yet. But it requires virtually no effort after setting it up properly, and some have turned it into a lucrative venture, actually making 6 and 7 figures doing it. But even if it just pays the internet bill, for example, and that's it, it's still a win, and hey, that's one less bill that you gotta pay. So the final stream of income is online communities. This is one of the most underrated parts of the internet and all the free platforms out there that you can jump into. I know entrepreneurs who have built 7-figure incomes just off of online communities only. And there are thriving communities on every single topic under the sun, from movies to TV shows to sports, obviously to finance like I have. Gardening, crazy things. There's probably one out there for underwater basket weaving. I have no idea, but it probably exists, and there's probably somebody out there making a great living doing that. Now, like I said, mine is investment focused, and I use YouTube to grow it out. But you don't need a YouTube channel to grow one like that. You can just write on X and build an audience there, for example. And I know others that strictly advertise on Facebook or Google Ads, for example, and have a very, very small social media presence, if any. We're talking under 1,000 subscribers here, but they're making massive incomes doing just that. And honestly, there are many other ways to do it that never require you getting on camera if you're not comfortable with that. That's one of the beauties of X. You can just simply post on there every day, never have to show your face, and you can build a giant audience of followers. It can be something you are as a professional, right? Basically your field of expertise, or it can simply be a passion, but the community is out there waiting for you to create it. I've seen everything. I've seen Star Wars, bike riding, anything and everything you can think of. It's out there. You just need to take the initiative, learn it, and jump out there and create it. And take advantage of the fact that you're over 40 and there's a whole giant audience out there that want to hear what you have to say. Being over 40 is not the end. That's when you're at your best because you know more than you did when you were 20. And more importantly, there's so much untapped potential out there in that particular age range. And if you want to go from zero to retired in as quickly as 1 year and on as little as $300,000, check out the pinned comment down there for the blacklist, where we have a complete blueprint. We lay everything out there for you step by step. We got expert coaches and myself helping you out along the way. Check that out. It's the pinned comment. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.